Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of introduction about myself. Rivaldo Technologies has been in business for 20 years. Believe it or not, I've been a member of this group since the early 2000s. I am very proud of my education. That is why I put it there. I am from Colombia. And many years ago, I remember we have a meeting. I believe Errol was there at 360 Works. And I proposed to see if we could join our skills and being able to develop an application that we can commercialize. The meeting was not successfully didn't well, so I found one that I am commercializing now. Some of my potential clients are multi-billion-dollar companies like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo. So I had to really show that what FileMaker is capable of doing and being able to overcome the Salesforce similar solution they are trying to do, SAP and many other applications that are trying to fit the same goal that we have. Okay, my solution was developed in FileMaker. It's about managing material handling equipment, which is forklift and the battery, the chargers, and all the type of equipment that is needed for supply and logistic companies. It has more than most of the application, like for example, SAP application that I've seen only has 3 repair codes. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me be closer. Can you hear me now? Better? Okay. So, application like SAP that I have seen already in the market has only 3 repair codes. So those solutions are very meaningless because when the time to make a decision, they cannot guide their managers cannot decide what to do with the forklift, what pieces are failing, what forklift needs to be replaced or anything like that. In addition to that, I found out that many of those applications don't use anything related to industrial safety, which is the guidelines that OSHA provides all these companies. So what I decided to do was incorporate into this solution the certifications that these forklift operators have to comply with. In addition to that, I added other modules from OSHA, like safety inspection, which is they recommend how a warehouse is designed to prevent accidents. The other thing that I found in this industry that many companies like HD Supply, HD Supply, UPS, other companies like that, they have a process to pay the invoices that is very costly. So for example, UPS spends about $90 for each invoice that they pay. So that's what this application is doing, trying to streamline the process. So essentially, that's what I found in the market. I found that many of those are the different stakeholders in this solution, and they use in different systems. One, you may be familiar with this, they use one system from possible SAP to pay the invoices. They use notebooks to keep the inspection processes, and they put it next to the forklift. So I saw all of that. I said, you know what, I'm going to design an application, and that's what FileMaker is good about, that it will involve all of these solutions into all of these modules into one big solution. So that's what I decided to, that's what I did. I created the invoice and approval process, the payment, different financial analysis. All of this was incorporated using FileMaker Pro. So this application is not only uses the covers what the repair shops are doing, the independent repair shops, but let's assume that a company wants to have an in-house repair shop. So this application is capable of fulfilling that solution, those requirements. So essentially, what I achieved with this application is reduce the downtime, improve the return on investment, one payment to one vendor, and it's going to be able to only issue one payment for 100 invoices instead of paying $90 for each invoice. And keeping the being compliant with OSHA, most likely it reduces the number of accidents that are with the forklift equipment. These are the technology key points. Most of you are familiar with all of these, so because most of these are based on FileMaker. We use the SSO with Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. We integrate this application with a company, with a solution called Bill.com, which allows you for account payable, account receivable payments. Essentially, in order for me to be able to incorporate all those modules, I had to really create a normalized database design. So a company like PepsiCo, they have has many different lines of businesses. For example, they have Pepsi, their division. They have Frito-Lay, and they have other line of businesses. So that's how so this application targets up to 6 organizational levels, from the corporate line of business, division, all the way to the location. Each location is where the forklift and the MHE equipment is located. So this application allows a person at the corporate level be able to see the entire data, and of course, if it goes into the line of business, number one, it's going to be able to see all of these separately from this one. The person who has access to this location, number one, is only going to be able to see all the forklifts related to this location. So what I did in order to demo this solution to our prospects and clients is I created a fake company called US Sports that is integrated into 3 different leagues: the NFL, the NBA, and the Major League Baseball. So all of you are familiar with with this, if you follow sports a little bit, that's how, if there is a company called US Sports, that's how it's going to be configured. So after I finished the application, creating this application in FileMaker Pro, I say, okay, now how do I bring this solution to the web? And I have to make a decision, okay, who's going to be accessing this solution through the web? So, and who is going to be accessing this solution through FileMaker Pro? The FileMaker Pro are going to be the people who work for me in the company. And the web users are going to be all the clients, from the top level in the corporation to the bottom level, from the vice president or supply chain and logistics all the way to the forklift operator. So this is the methodology, that I started. I was able to develop at the end, and they said, okay, this is the way for me to bring a FileMaker solution to the web. Essentially, once we have a FileMaker screen created, we try to make it web compatible, because this is different to be able to create the multi-tab, several tabs into the web compatible, into the web solution. I didn't try that. I just partitioned that into different areas, different screens. Then after that, when I did the FileMaker screen, I duplicated the scripts and then adjust them and make them FileMaker Data API compatible. When I did that, I said, okay, I think it's time for me to take it to the web. And I created a required definition documents that are very important, because allows you to keep track of what you are doing, and essentially in the future, when you want to make a change to the solution, you are going to be able to get to the right layout, get to the right scripts, get to the fields, and you're going to be able to modify them accordingly. Then I created a project plan. The project plan is allow me, and I will show you each one of them, will allow me to keep track of what we have done, what we need to get done, and what the errors are, what do we need to fix. And then I created a procedure for the self-creation of ideas. Remember, this is a SaaS solution, so people are going to be able to create the ideas without us have to be in the middle of that process. So initially, I realized that, for the web users, I allow all the table fields, allow access to all the table fields. And then gradually, after I started realizing, okay, I don't want them to access this field, or I don't want be able to modify any of this, I started gradually restricting access to them. And then I assigned them a master key. The master key is the one that allow each member of a location, of an area, of a line of business to access the data they are allowed to. Okay, this is the screen that I created in FileMaker Pro. I wanted to do all of this to show them essentially how I did in the web. But this is the first one on the screens. And this, so what I did is I created the main menu for each one of them. So once, for example, a person from the top level access the solution, the first thing that they see is a main menu. From then they can navigate to whatever they want to do. They want to pay the bills, or they want to look at the invoices, or look at the equipment that they have. And there is a section for reports. The part is essentially for the in-house repair shops. See, if a company doesn't have in-house repair shop, this item will be used. The work order is because it's part of the process that before a forklift is fixed, there is a process that, okay, we need to give the order to fix the forklift, and when the labor is added as well as the parts associated to that repair, the work order will be approved. And then once the work order is approved, it will become part of an invoice. As you see, there is no any it's in alphabetical order. What I did is I started from the bottom all the way to the top. The first thing that I do is set up a company, and if there any safe audit recommended that they want to have into the location, they will have it here. At the end of this process, the companies pay the invoices. So this is the account payable section. From here, we created an API to connect to Bill.com, which is automatically sent. You can pay an unlimited number of invoices with the click of a button, which is amazing, because what I did, I consolidated them. I created a process that I said, with this payment, let's say 1,000 invoices are going to be paid. So I notified them with the script that I created. So the first screen that we have, it was something similar to what we have here. Of course, this is the contact section, as well as the profile of the Atlanta Braves. This how many forklifts they own, how many they have leased, and this is the contact information for this location. This data is populated when the person creates their own email ID. I mean their own ID. Since they can use RAW. I mean they can use Google, Microsoft, or Amazon. The email is going to appear here, and they're going to be able to access the solution. This is another interesting part I created here because, as I said before, many of these companies, many solutions, they are in SAP or Sales Automation, Salesforce.com. They only using three repair codes. Here, I determine this based on the type of area of the forklift, what component is going to be done, and what action is being taken. And based on that, the repair code is generated. Many of the companies, what they do is they have the repair code on the board, on the wall, and they look at what repair to assign. Here is totally different. Based on the different items, it will do the, it will generate the repair code. Here is the component ID. And this is how I did it on the web. I'm going to assign it for repair code for a forklift. And what I do is, I select the coolant and as well as the component and the action. So essentially, at the end of the selection of repair code, it's going to appear like this. So that is part of the transition that I make from a FileMaker solution to the web solution. If we have time, I will go into the solution a little bit more. I'm trying to rush here because I know that sometimes when I make a presentation, no time, I pass the hour. So as you know, once you do develop the solution in FileMaker and you're going to bring this to the web, you have to make it compatible with FileMaker Data API. So I love FileMaker Data API. I mean, there are so many nice features and allow the development of bringing this solution to the web very quickly using this scripting. And there are, once a command doesn't work with FileMaker Data API, it will be grayed out. So in addition to that, I created what is called a requirements definition documents. And the reason is that when you put all those requirements to go to the web, let's assume that the client wants to have a change, or you want to add a new feature, or you learn something from any of you in those meetings and say, oh, you know what, I like what they did. Let me try to incorporate that into this screen. So when you have a solution that has so many screens, it's very difficult to track exactly what you did. And that's what I did. I created a meaningful document title and I put the creation date. So that will allow me to see sort of like the different reviews that you do of a solution. At the beginning of the document, I describe why I am doing this feature, why it's important to create this feature and add it and provide it to the users. So then I describe the functionality. I said, okay, what FileMaker layout I am using to be sure that I'm gonna go back there and add the correspondence field, or add some type of, let's say that I want to change the design on that layout. Then I will go here and we try to replicate this on the web. Of course, I take the layout screenshot and I put it right there in my document. I add each one of the fields that are going to be used in that screen, and I usually put what table is associated to. And then once I put in the screen, I describe the buttons that are going to be used. Then I use associate the buttons to the web scripts. This is my project plan. This is the project plan that I created, and it has worked well for me. And you may try something like this. Is that here I describe the different features that I want to add. Okay. And then initially, when I add a feature to your project plan, the status is going to be TBS. We don't know when we're going to do that. And then after that, initially do this value, yes. Then we are, to keep track of what we are doing, for example, and you will see the creation ID. It took us some time to come up with the right script. you know, I wanted to see what percentage of that different function have been completed. And then I put in the notes, I put the name of the document associated to this feature, you know. And if I find, so let's assume that the feature was developed and we need to test it. And then I put the different notes, what is the problem with this functionality? Why this functionality is not working? So I exchange ideas here in this in the comment box. So as we are talking about the SaaS solution, then I say, okay, I want people from the internet to be able to create their own account, because if you have a company who has like 250 locations, in each location there are 2 or 3 employees that need to access this solution, and you aren't going to spend so much time doing this. So what you do is you provide a master number, which is in this case I will provide a master number to the Atlanta Braves. I will give it to the manager and I will say, okay, give this master number to everybody who's going to use the system. And then they have to fill out this information. You know, the email address, these are the values that are required, and this is the role. The role is important because let's say that the person is forklift operator, the menu and the information that's going to be displayed to this person is going to be very different from a fleet manager here. And as well as the high level manager, as you saw in the previous data access, it will be able to access the entire data record related to this company. And then we select, as you know, we select what type of authorization, whether it's going to be us creating the ID that we don't want that, or each one of them. Essentially, the majority of the clients that we have found, they use Google, which is, you know, I guess it's standard right now, or the majority of the people are using Google, and then allow us, in case that the person loses their job, is going to be able to block the access to this solution. We don't have to mess with that. This is the different views that I have of the solution. I mean, these are different videos that I have. I wanted to show you what how they work. I mean, I can go, since we have enough time, I will be able to demo the application. But essentially, this is what I created, and I present this in the you're not seeing that. Let's see. Let me see how I share that. Okay. Okay. So let me see. I'm present now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Let me see. A window. Yeah. Let me see here. Let's see. Nope. Which one you see now? Okay. Can you see it now? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm showing all the different the videos that I have prepared. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. So hold for a second. So which one I'm sharing right now? What do you see? Let me see. Oh, okay. Mhm. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, it's up top. That's right. That's okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Now I just put the music in the background. Can you see it now? Yeah, I just put the. But I'm showing you the different views of the same screen. You know. For example, you see that the American. This is the middle management that I was showing. So we are going to the low level manager right now, which is will be the Atlanta Braves. What is the Atlanta Braves manager is gonna see? I'm using the same profile, the same screen for you to see exactly, you know. For example, here in the Atlanta Braves, the only thing that you're gonna be able to see is the different forklifts associated to that, to Atlanta Braves. So this is the hours they are. What I created a simulation system that assign hours to this forklift every day and calculates what is the utilization rate of them. This solution is as well as allows you to be part of the service providers or the repair shops that are going to be able to access the same solution. So we have two different type of web users: the companies and the repair shop that provide that service to the users, to the clients. So this is the agreement between the Atlanta Braves and McCall Handling. It's telling you exactly, how much the McCall Handling is gonna pay them. So the client and the vendor has the same view of what is going on between the service that they are providing, as well as the service they are providing us on the prices. So all of you are familiar with this single sign-on. When you are signing Gmail, and you will be able to access the application without having to enter your username or password again. So you see the person accessing the single sign-on is able to see the same user ID and the same information the other person using the error validated ID. This is how a work order is generated, which is, I say, is part of the process when repair is designed, it's created. So by clicking forklift, it's generating automatically a work order and because it's at this lowest level, it's telling you what the vendor branches that repair this equipment are fixing the equipment for the Atlanta Braves. This allows you to keep in contact with the person who's going to be fixing your forklift. Now we're going to choose the forklift. What is the forklift number? So then when you click on, you get all the information related to that. You have to enter the hour meters as requirement for the forklift to be repaired. It's sort of like the mileage of a car. So here we're showing the repair code, which is similar to what I show you in the other screen with FileMaker, and that's how I did in this on the web. This is for all of you that are familiar with FileMaker, it's a conditional value list. Okay, most of you are familiar with QR codes. We create the QR codes to be able to access, for example, the repair history without having to navigate. Now let's assume that this is the navigation for a work order. So you create a QR code, and then it's able to get the information related to the repair code immediately. What this system does is automatically using artificial intelligence. Once you click on a repair of you are trying to repair a forklift, immediately it's going to tell you whether that repair is under warranty. So at the bottom, we created what is called the analyze, and it tells you exactly when was the last time that the forklift was repaired, and and what parts are under warranty. All of this is done, using FileMaker Pro, which is, really. As I said before, once a forklift is a work order is approved, and you click approve, the invoice is going to appear here in the invoice list. I didn't upload any image for those invoices, but if you click on the ROR button, then you're going to be able to see a summary of what have been done, what was done to the forklift, and what parts associated to each one of the labels. This is what is called daily inspection sheet. Is by OSHA. Most of the people in the market, in the industry, are using notebooks that they attach this to the forklift, and that's how they inspect the equipment every day. This each company each forklift before it's being used has to be inspected every day and keep records of that. So what I created using FileMaker and FileMaker Data API, an inspection list of all of these. Each one of these items are records associated to this forklift and to that inspection on that specific day. And I said before too, we didn't count on that. Okay. This is another thing that has been done with FileMaker Pro, is that the people are able to keep track of the employee certifications. So what we have done 1 month before the certification expires, the manager is gonna be notified so they can schedule. So this is, for example, this is the, I think it was the vice president of the the Atlanta Braves. That's the different certifications that are associated to him and what he had to do. Okay. This is we went to Modex last year, and this was one of the presentations that we have there.
Software that allows greater flexibility, greater customization with minimum cost. So we basically track the fleets, reducing your repair expense, your maintenance expense, and overall getting you full visibility from the very top level of a multinational, multi-billion-dollar company down to a fleet of just 15 trucks. And we do it in a software as a service model so that entry is risk-free and allows you to get an immediate return on your investment.
Okay. Essentially, that's what the solution is all about. You know, starting from the FileMaker and all the way go to the to a web solution there. So I am pleased. Do you have any questions? Anything that you would like to talk to me about? No. I just try to make them similar to the one in FileMaker. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. PHP and FileMaker Data API. Yeah, I use both. From PHP, you call the scripts in the developing FileMaker Data API. Like I said before, in the requirements documents, I put everything related to that document. In the required documents, I enter, okay, this is the screen. That's how I want the screen to look. This is the field that are going to be used. And I describe them very, very unique. And it's really important I'm telling you, you don't keep track of those documents. It's very difficult to modify and make enhancement to that solution. Especially, like FileMaker is coming with new items, and many of you are coming with great ideas or great solutions. We try to incorporate them. So that's what I keep track of that. Yes, it is. Yeah. Just one file, yeah, for everybody, yeah. Yeah, that's only one file that we access the data from from, like I said, the people who work from in the company, they are able to use FileMaker to access that information. And they have, after they are restricted by the security level that we're using in the application, the privileges that we call. And in the web, I said before, initially, it's very difficult. Initially, give them access to all the fields, and then, okay, I don't want this, and start modifying those, and then restricting them. Most of the scripts I develop are being restricted by the different levels that we have: level A, level B, level C, and that allow us the script to manipulate and display the data that we want. And no one has only the clients only use the web version. We don't allow them to use any of the FileMaker. People inside the company, they have the access to the FileMaker solution. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They don't have access to I mean, we haven't provided them access to the web solution, and there is no need for that. So, eh, exactly, exactly, yes, yeah. I could show you more things about the solution, but I wanted to limit my time because I know that sometimes I run into more than 1 hour. I'm trying to do, as quickly as I can because I know we have a 1 hour restriction. But but eventually, more people are interested. Eventually, I can demo more. It's not really a problem. But I love it how this solution works, and I love what we have done to accomplish this solution. And every time that we visit different companies, they are very surprised of, very happy what we are offering them. Actually, like the build.com is a great feature that, with FileMaker, a FileMaker data API, you are able to access build.com. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but this recently became a public company. It's worth about, I don't know how many billions of dollars. It's really, really good. PHP, yeah, PHP, yes.
I noticed some of the data API, some of the scripts. When you exit a script, you return a PHP page. So uh, is that how you call a PHP page that ends up driving some functionality for a client?
Yes. Yeah, in the FileMaker data API is the one. Initially, when we created the solution, you remember we had talked about the master number. You see, and that master number is the one that allows you to navigate and display the records at the end. So when the master number, for example, it would be, it will identify what level the master is. This client is, for example, it's a level F. So we know that what screen is going to be displayed based on that. And the master number is the one that allows you to display the records associated to that solution, to that, associated to that person. Yeah. It's a very, very long application. It takes me quite some time to come to fruition, but I'm very happy with this and feel amazing what FileMaker has done.
How many total, Benjamin? How many total users do you have that would log in a month, say?
In a month, right now we have about in a month, like you different users or different sessions or users in total.
Yeah, total users. Just how many people do you have using your solution?
Right now we have about 50 users only. Yeah. With this pandemic, it has been hard for us to add more companies, but we are in the process to add several of them. Essentially, we're going to grow a lot more than what we have right now. And one of my goals is to, many companies have international warehouses. As I said before, I speak Spanish. So one of my goals is, for example, a company like Coca-Cola, they have locations all over the Latin America, and they will be able to, from Latin America, being able to, the mechanics there are going to be able to choose the repair that they perform, and then immediately, automatically, it's going to be showing a report in English when a person from here is trying to do, trying to capture that information, because based on the repair code, which is the same repair code, I will have the items in Spanish, and then the conditional value list that you saw, it will allow them to select essentially what repair code they have, they are choosing. So based on the repair code, it's going to be able to display whether it's in English or Spanish. Eventually, we'd like to grow this to many languages besides English and Spanish. Any other question? Turn off the microphone. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Hi, Benjamin. This is Deepali. It's been a long time.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. I just had a question about the FileMaker side. How extensive is this FileMaker system in terms of number of files? Did you put everything in all in one or two files, or is it?
I just put all of them in one file, yeah.
So it's not data separated or anything like that? It's just
No, I didn't do that this time.
Okay. Cool. It's a very extensive program. It's impressive.
Oh, yeah. It has, I don't know how many tables they have.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And sometimes when I try to do the design report, it's like, it takes forever. I give up. And, I use list plan. But list plan, no, what is the name? Crash plan. Continually backing up the solution. Every 30 minutes I am backing it.
I'm not sure if you already answered this, but how are you hosting it? Where are you hosting it?
Oh, we have our own server.
Okay.
Yeah, a Windows server.
Okay.
And then we use for FileMaker, we use we install VPN. We rent we have our servers in a data center.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. I think this is the way to go with FileMaker. I have another solution that I developed many years ago, and eventually, like to put it into the FileMaker website, for FileMaker users, and eventually I want to upgrade it to the latest FileMaker version and put it there. But this part of the web, what I like is that FileMaker allow us to compete against big companies, like SAP, all of those. Many people are using Salesforce.com, and I think that they cannot achieve what I have achieved here using FileMaker Pro. I remember SAP has different modules. Have one module for the equipment and the other module for the repairs. Because SAP works like you buy different modules. So in order for you to access the repairs that have been done, you have to access the repair module. And then you quit from that repair module and access the equipment. So, and I remember they pay for that type of solution like $200,000 to some developers, which is, crazy, compared to what we can do here with FileMaker, starting from scratch, blank, empty FileMaker database file and building something like this. And then the part that allow us to integrate with a company like Build.com, it is really incredible. I mean, one of the things that Build.com make their living is every time that you pay an invoice, they make some money. They charge the company some fees. So here, a company, instead of paying for 100 invoices that they pay, they will have to pay only one fee for one invoice. Pay one invoice, but that invoice is is paying unlimited number of invoices to a vendor.
And one more question: how are you pricing that? Is that per user, or how do you?
I mean, we are pricing that by equipment, by number of units.
Okay.
If you want another, when there is no one that's going to make a presentation, if David allows me, I can demo the solution a lot more, but they want to go that deep there. They want to make people bored or showing this solution. But this, you are a FileMaker guy. It's important to see the capability that what we can do with FileMaker on the web using FileMaker Data API. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And the other thing that we have found that recently we met with the client last Friday, and so they are using a competitor for the invoices, and they decide, okay, you know what, we only want to use the industrial safety, and they were going to be willing to pay for that. I said, okay, that's good. And one thing that it will be successful for us is they want to be able to use some type of scanners. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And then from the scanner, we are going to be able to use the inspections that I show you. So we will have to see how we can, fit all those, modify how the data is being displayed using the scanner. Because this can be used, with any mobile device. You can use this using a phone, an iPad, via the web. So it's fine like that. But hopefully we will be able to do the scanning part for them. They don't want any mobile device in the warehouse. Oh, thanks to you. Yeah, yeah.